Okay, we are back to another stream of Lies of P Overture, New Game Plus. Hello, hello. Last time we made it into the greenhouse, the zoo of Krot, little carnival, and then we are now underground, what was Hotel Krot in the past. Excuse me. What was Hotel Krot in the past, and now we are going deeper into a facility that seems to be experimenting on people with the petrification disease, and it's really freaky and all that, and we defeated the leader of the sweepers, Veronique, and now we shall continue forward. Actually, before we do that, let me check my handle real quick.
I know my way.
We don't need to upgrade it, but let's see. Anything that would... Yeah, that wouldn't really improve the damage, but, you know. Might as well add this... Increase the, use of advance as a scaling. We'll just have that. Okay. Also, before we get too deep into it, there's actually one thing we need to do in order to... Because I'm pretty sure we just need to collect one more gesture, and from what I've gathered, the best way to do that is through taking damage through freezing. Because I'm down to, I think I'm down to one more gesture I need to find. The only other thing I need also is the records, which can be bought by, because we're in New Game Plus, we just need the one from from Klaus when we give him his bag, and then the other merchant we find along the way. I don't think I died to anything. I don't think I died to actual chills or freezing, so I just need him to spit. Need you to spit. Spit. Okay, I guess not you. There we go. Just sit here. Now, it should work. Oh, I died. Shiver. Trophy earned to be human. Alright. We just now need the record trophy, and then we will have platinum, the DLC. That's easy enough. Anyway, we're going to continue through the main line story.
Veronique fought until the bitter end. But even if we could have helped her, it was far too late. At least her suffering is over. I hope she can be at peace and rest now.
Oh dear. Pull the lever. Who's that?
I suppose I should expect to meet strange people in such a strange place.
Wait a minute.
I smell blood on you. But, interesting. It's the blood of alchemists. Still, that doesn't prove we aren't enemies. Let me get this straight. Quite by accident, you found an object belonging to the legendary stalker at the zoo. If all that is true, can you show me this object? This is a photo of Leia and her two apprentices. This locket does belong to her. I'll take you at your word that you wish to help Leia. I'll trust you. For the moment. My name is mine to hold. But you have my word that I am not your enemy, nor Leia's. I consider any enemy of the alchemists an ally. Stay and rest a while. I'm tracking a dangerous relic the alchemists freed from the ruins. A calamity that is wreaking torment upon Krat. But the immense power of that relic wasn't enough to satisfy the alchemists. They also retrieved the remains of the ancient warrior that was protecting it, and conducted vile experiments on their finds. These experiments have yielded results already, transforming one test subject into a living weapon. I must stop this monster before they unleash it upon the city. If you plan to continue exploring this facility, take this horn. Blow it if you find the two-faced overseer. No matter where you are in this facility, I'll hear it and come to your aid. I'm just someone fighting against the alchemists. I have my reasons, but I must hide my identity to protect the person most dear to me. I can't rest until I finish investigating the alchemists. If you're open to it, I would like to ask for your assistance. Legendary. Leia probably hates that title. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil, murderous puppet. But a great title such as that comes with many risks. And now, Romeo is in danger. Leia is desperate to find any news of him. It must be even worse for her since she has lost an apprentice once before. Would you like to ask me anything more? Trouble erupted at the zoo, and Romeo went to deal with it alone. Leia and Romeo had their own brand of justice. I wouldn't call them vigilantes, but they did their best. Regardless, Romeo could handle himself. Nothing should have troubled him on this mission. But he went missing. It's possible that this is some old grudge coming. Being the legendary stalker does make you a constant target to resentful enemies. Leia maintains several places along the coast that she uses as base camps. I'd seek her out in that area. Take a look at this. This tree. What could it possibly be? It looks almost human-like. I dare not imagine what plans they have for it. But I'm certain this tree bears significance. The Rose Estate, you say? I have heard whispers, mere rumors really, that an underground tram runs to the estate. If true, the tram should be at the end of this very facility. If you find the Overseer, be sure to blow the horn. No matter where you are in this facility, I will come find you.
Alright. Daylight wreathed horn. A horn brought from the country of the morning. Use it when confronting the two-faced horn, or the two-faced overseer in the underground facility to signal summon the tracker. To endure the night, a hope that tomorrow's sun will rise is needed. To help someone is to pass on the hope to each other. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is, just because I usually hold off on summons in the Souls games just because I like to play by myself, but certain fights I will allow, such as Sigward or summoning for the Radon Festival. But thankfully we have the option to refight the two-head Overseer in the boss rematch. So what we'll do is I'll fight him with the tracker in the game, then we'll go back to the hotel, and then I'll fight him by myself, okay? Okay. The Order's letter of reprimand. An old letter coated in a thick layer of dust. Do not forget the importance of the listeners. This recent situation is the regrettable consequence. I have repeatedly emphasized the value of these special individuals. They must always be approached with great care. Now, this recent series of accidents has robbed us of a listener's candidate. This is a significant loss. I acknowledge that managing this specific candidate was difficult due to the subject's position and the high amount of interest in her. However, this accident resulted in her death. The mysterious workshop union. This is something that even the Order does not condone. Do not forget that exhaustive measures and even terminations had to be carried out to cover up her death and our complicity. The members who planned this misguided experiment will be dealt with. They were not authorized to attempt to create linkage between listeners and the Great One's relics. If a similar incident occurs in the future, the Order will not hesitate to punish those responsible. You can never be too careful when approaching a listener. Ensure you'll proceed with the utmost caution. Okay. Interesting. Makes you wonder what the heck went on around here. Klaus's luxury bag. We'll go back to the hotel later.
If you are indeed battling, if you find the Overseer.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Let's keep moving. Now we cut through this way. Goddard's art supplies. A cherished set of art supplies. The case bears Goddard's name. This expensive set of art supplies bears signs of carefully handling. Having lost her sight, the painter dreamt of guidance from a radiant light, and she stored her supplies with great care. Reuse the same foot sounds over and over, too. I mean, you tend to make the same noise whenever you walk. So I did watch a movie the other night where that was actually kind of my one complaint. Not really a complaint, but I did notice how much they would reuse the same plap sound for footsteps. Yeah. That guy looks like Object Motherfucker from Crash Bandicoot. Also, we only have one more trophy to go through, and it's literally just buy records from 2 shopkeepers. Stop. I should stop. What the fuck? Okay. Out of here. Jerks. Okay, let's try that again. pretty sure it was just over there. So. Keep moving this way. Have you seen anything regarding the Universal Monsters Land at Epic Universe? I think you would think they would look cool. I have not. I don't much care for the shock debuff. Shocking, I know. Got to pick this up. I don't really look at a lot of amusement park things unless like I see it pop up on my radar. The only time I ever really did a deep dive was one time. There was an old attraction. An old attraction at Busch Gardens, which was part of their like Irish pavilion, where it was a show about a secret castle in its ancient history, and there was a little guy who was I initially thought was an animatronic when I was a kid, but it was actually just somebody as a puppet, as a puppeteer sitting behind like a seat as a leprechaun. The reason why it stayed in my memory for so long, I don't know why I was stuck on there, was because the way how the chorus would go into effect, going Bigoro, be wary upon the iron child, be sure you think it's wise. Sorry, that's what I thought he said. It's actually, be careful what you wish for, be sure your wish is wise. The only thing of note, I would say, is the villain character had a voiceover dub of Tony J, Judge Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. But like, I very rarely look at whatever's news happening, unless it's like I said, unless it shows up on my timeline, I very rarely deep dives. Oh my god. Good hitbox. Oh my god. Get out of here, you bastard. Genius Meister's pocket watch can only be sold. A pocket watch so exquisite and intricate it clicks a gasp. It elicits a gasp. Someone who recognizes its value will want to buy it regardless of how expensive it is. The technician who found the workshop union were originally renowned watchmakers. The pocket watch they crafted in their younger days are said to still fetch high prices among collectors. Do you think you have a favorite enemy in this game? I really like... These were in the base game, but I really like how gross these guys are. For some reason, they're not explosive in here. They're weird peanut heads. I will say I don't care much for the wrecking ball guy just now, so there's that to consider. Hard to really say though. I'm actually trying to think what would be considered my favorite. Oh, people are starting to say that Sony Pictures Animations is the new kings of animated films. Quite a transformation. I mean, Sony did that K-pop Demon Hunter movie, right? I can see why that would probably be a take. Not to mention Spider-Verse and all that.
I think our test subject is behind that door. Where else could it be? Nerves of steel, buddy. Let's show this overseer.
Like I said.
So this is where you've been hiding, Abomination.
Boom! Full Moonstone, the Covenant, and Bloody Cipher Machine. Bloody Cipher Machine, a mechanical device containing cipher records. There may be someone who can decrypt the cipher if asked. The King of Kra used cipher machines to conceal truths that must remain buried. It was the means by which they shroud the truth in darkness.
A hard-fought victory over a dangerous opponent, but we have granted its soul eternal rest. May this creature which woke to misery find peace. You showed great skill during this fight. You must have had a great teacher. In fact, your fighting style reminds me of someone. Well, my mission here is complete. I'll make my way to Hotel Krat from here. If you're looking for more clues about the alchemists, you should head there as well. Well, my mission here is complete. I'll make my way to Hotel...
Okay. What the heck?
I need more time. I'm coming, Romeo. I swear I won't be late. Not again. Not like I was with Carlo.
What are you doing here?
Well, if it isn't the lad who stalks the legendary stalker. I didn't see you there. Are you hurt anywhere? No, you're not. So very glad to know you are unharmed, my good fellow. Like me, surely you've heard of the tragedy of the Zelator underground facility. Such a loss. And Veronique, to think she met such a horrible end. It rends my very heart in two. We disagreed on nearly everything, but there was respect. And on her part, greatness. I must know. Did she say anything to you before she died?
I don't trust this guy. She said nothing.
Did the medicine claim her sanity and finally drive her mad? I am truly sorry to hear that. A heroic end, but such a tragedy. The Rose Estate. Ah, you are perhaps seeking the Alchemist tram. There was a tram here once, a long time ago, but it was deep underground. Deeper than here. You can keep looking for it, but that tram to the Rose Estate's been out of commission for ages. I had assumed Veronique's Vanguard took it down for, permanent maintenance. But you might yet be in luck. If you're looking for a route to the sea, take this. This key was given to me by an alchemist before he expired. He claimed it opened a secret passage to the coast. You can get more use from that key than I. Just past the ruins of the tram station, you'll see an entrance. Not sure why I held on to it. I just had a feeling it could be useful to someone. This is alchemist territory. One might say this place is where all the ergo we use comes from. But the alchemists found something else underground. Something so dangerous, most of them fled. They'd say, retreated. Only mining puppets left in there now, still working away. But that doesn't make it safe. Let caution be your watchword. Me? I had some things to look into, investigating this and that. As it happened, I took a rather pointless detour. But I'm still doing my best, trying to, do something good. Veronique was my rival. But was she a hero? Yes. And did seeing her lead me to self-reflection? Yes, it did. And as I reflected, I've learned I simply do not have the courage for, self-sacrifice. I'm no hero. There is no greatness within this coward's body. It seems I'm really nothing like her. Oh, I've only heard rumors. I certainly haven't seen it in person. I've heard alchemists found it sealed away in the ruins deeper underground. Now, I don't buy this, but my sources claim the discovery was alive, but not human. Perhaps that is why the alchemists seem to have cleared out. This is alchemy. One might, but the only mine. You heard something more?
Okay. So we're gonna go down the list here. Give it to. We give Goddard her art supplies. Then we're gonna go back to the hotel. Then we're gonna go back to the present hotel. We're gonna fight the two-head overseer solo, and then we'll keep moving on. People mention movies because of K-pop, Spider-Verse, and Mitchell's versus the Machine. You know, won't lie, I like the animation in Mitchell. I kind of got like the whole generational difference between the dad and the daughter and all that. But I don't know if I would say it's my favorite movie ever. If that makes sense.
Those steps. I remember you. You're the one who helped me with my painting. Is something the matter? What have you there? I smell ink, turpentine, and oil paint. You found my art supplies. I thought these gone forever when I lost them. And to think, a stranger would bring them back to me. Thank you. It's as if you've gifted me the light that I seek. Now, I can finally follow the path and complete my painting. My masterpiece. I have very little to give in return, but have this as a token of my gratitude. Now, I can finally follow the path and complete my painting.
All right. It's done. Then we go back to Aventide Hotel Crop. What's so funny though is for every Spider-Verse or K-pop movie that Sony's dropping, they then just drop those weird ads for the Smurf movie. There's some kid named Mitchell. I'm just calling it Mitchell right now, but he's biting his knuckle, and then with the caption, "He's so cringe," and I'm like, okay, enough of this. You already sold me on not seeing a Smurf movie. Now you're just putting, adding insult to injury, I guess. Best way I could describe it. Alright, let me repair that. And then we repair this. Wait, hang on. Alright, cool. Not slightly heavy anymore. Klaus's luxury bag. Klaus stocks new products. A bag bearing Klaus's signature. Klaus will undoubtedly reward the kindness of the one who returns it to him. There is a saying among the alleyway thieves, never steal Klaus's bag. There will always be something inside that exceeds what any thief can handle. A likely story.
Oh, dear me. An authentic pocket watch made by a master horologist of the age. A true masterpiece. See its distinctive shine, huh? You know, the first workshop techs were master horologists, clockmakers from foreign lands. Their watches are as intricate as automated puppets. Isn't it just marvelous? My duty as a collector is to preserve these youthful passions of the greats. I would pay handsomely for this watch, if you are willing to sell it. Oh my, you found my bag. Thank you. It may look ordinary on the outside, but the inside is filled with treasure. In fact, I'm quite certain it contains items you may find particularly useful. As a reward, I would be glad to sell some to you, huh? Well met, Master Stalker. Are you well?
Okay, so we need Nightmare. And then another quartz wouldn't hurt.
Lamacchio? Oh, you just missed him. He left in a rush after receiving some documents. As the leader of the bastards, he is a busy fellow, you know. The legendary backbreaker, you mean? No, I've heard nothing about her. All I know is that she is far too rough on ordinary citizens when rescuing them. Please tell her that from me if you see her. Oh, my back still aches. How will I ever reach the Rose Estate in this condition?
Okay. Nightmare. Even if I lose myself in nightmares or discover my love was only a dream, I won't regret my choice to be human. What is human and what is love? Nightmare. Singing the sad love of those who have escaped humanity. See? Okay, so then we only need one more gold disc. But what is the difference between this nightmare and that nightmare? Let's find out.
You made it out of the underground facility. I'm glad you're okay. Speaking of which, I see you have an alchemist's cipher machine. These are devices used to store confidential information. Decrypting it should reveal what the owner's hidden, but it requires a matching key. Luckily, I found a few during my travels. If I might, I will take it off your hands. I can't offer anything in exchange, but if I can unlock it, we could gain valuable insight about the alchemists. We share a common enemy, so I would like to offer my cooperation. Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. Come to me anytime. Let's unlock it and see what's inside. We're in luck. It still functions. This reminds me of a tale I once heard about the ghost crocodile that haunts the zoo. Most people thought it was an urban legend, but I'd always found it troubling. Find the mounted crocodile at the zoo. It might provide a clue.
Decoded bloody cipher machine text. Target neutralized. No notable action observed. Taxidermy secured in excellent condition as ordered. You are now the sole master of the zoo. Congratulations, Lady M.
Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. I'm unsure if I should even tell you this. Leia suffers from the petrification disease. She hides it from the world, but she can't fool me. I have no idea how long she has left. But for someone like her, it is a wretched, tragic fate. There's very little to be done to help her. It is frustrating. Since Leia and I are not strangers to one another, I have been seeking a cure, but so far to no avail. The official statement is that the alchemists are developing a cure. But I would be wary of any help they offered. Perhaps a true cure will be found someday. But there is nothing we can do for her right now. I gave Leia painkillers that help her endure the worst of the disease. Regardless, it must be difficult. Please help her by fighting at her side. In this moment, what she needs is an ally. Have you seen what's behind the hotel? Another tree that bears gold coin fruit. I believe the alchemists are attempting to reproduce this tree. Perhaps, I hope anyway, this tree is linked to the cure. I did some investigating on my own. As I suspected, Romeo's disappearance is linked to Leia's history. Perhaps you don't know. Long ago, Leia neutralized an infamous killer puppet. This act may be part of its revenge. At the moment, we know nothing of this puppet's whereabouts. That is what troubles me most. Look into the name Arlecchino. I worry about Leia. This may be a fight she cannot face alone. If you can, please lend her your strength.
Okay. Let me just go up here, get my gold code fruit, and then go to the zoo, get the crocodile, get the decipher, the secret knowledge of that, and then we'll fight the two-face overseer solo, and then we'll continue. Okay? Okay. 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 So wait, I went the wrong way. It's on the other side of the museum. Snooping as usual, I see. On closer inspection, one of the scales on the crown of the mouth is actually a button. Press the button. Ah! Excuse me. Confession. Crocodile necropsy report. The likelihood that the crocodile consumed human flesh is low. I found no human tissue or blood between the reptile's teeth or within its gular fold. The reptile's throat was free of fibers that human clothing would have left behind. Furthermore, the my dog's barking at something. Furthermore, the wound on the colonel's corpse is inconsistent with the bite of a crocodile. In light of these facts, it is highly unlikely Rex the crocodile killed Colonel Little. I conclude this incident was, in fact, murder. Something Some writing is scribbled below the report. I should have known something like this would happen the moment they took an interest in the zoo. If this note is read by someone of good and just character, please reveal the truth to the world. In my cowardice, I cannot. If this message gets buried away, I pray the great curse befalls those alchemist parasites. Alright. So it turns out, Colonel Little was not eaten by his best friend Rex the crocodile. What a twist. Okay.
Any enemy of the Alk. You investigated the mounted crocodile. So, Colonel Little was murdered. Most likely the taxidermist as well. To do something like this just to take control of the zoo. It seems human lives are nothing but tools to them. I'm glad you revealed the truth to their lies. You are a force for good. I am honored by our continued partnership.
Whirlwind amulet.
Any enemy of the...
Okay. Must be you can pat the cat. Indeed you can. Alright, let me go fight the Two-Face Overseer solo and then we'll keep going. I mean, it's not really... I'm pretty sure I said that last night also, so it's not all that deep of a joke, so... Also, the cat's a good indicator just how much time actually has occurred between now and Overture. Because at most, Spring is probably like no older than like 10 years old. I don't know how many years there's been between that in the past. She's a good kitty. I think it would have been great though if like they went in and added the bell on the cat there. Anyway, so we need to go here. In the boss rematch, ignore all of these. There we go. We're just gonna do what I assume is level 3 being standard difficulty. Guy who runs the pet cat Twitter apparently got mad after the Hogwarts Legacy account referenced the joke. I mean, definitely has to deal with the fact that what's it called? If any other account were to make that joke, I'm sure he would have said nothing, but because of J.K. Rowling's need to be transphobic. By the way, happy final day of Pride Month, everybody. Trans rights, human rights, anyway. I think he definitely went a little overblown there. Could have just ignored it. But, you know. Something about gimmick accounts makes people lose their sanity at times. Oh god. Oh god. Ow. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that's why he's called the two-head overseer, because he's got a scary monster head on the back of his head, just like Voldemort. He mentioned it. That only plays once. I know, that's where I remember it, specifically. Also, I figured I'd say this now. The only way I would ever play Hogwarts Legacy is if I were to do sort of like a switcheroo on it, in the sense of like doing like a charity event for trans, trans charities and all that is the only way I would ever want to play Hogwarts Legacy. But because JK definitely has the kind of ego where she, like, any publicity is good publicity for Harry Potter, she would definitely still be like, you're still playing my game or whatever. So I would definitely say wait for something like that to do. At the very least, get a used copy of the game before I would do something like that. Honestly, I would probably call my character something stupider like play Elden Ring instead. Damn it, I don't know why I didn't roll that. I will say, I kind of wish I could get that spinal cord, whatever it is, as a weapon. And also, I will say, I Harry Potter as is today. Even like all things considered, with Rowling, I was like, you know, I liked it enough as a kid. But if I were to say one thing, I always found the whole like I'm a Hufflepuff in like your bio on Twitter to be really annoying. On the same vein as like people who put their like star signs. Oh, I'm a Pisces. I'm like, cool. I don't know, maybe it's just because school sucks, even if you put a magic filter on it. Plus the game already kind of looked bleh. So, like, I wasn't really missing out on anything. my goodness. The thing also about Hogwarts Legacy is it has like what, 25 spells? Elden Ring has like 200. It's not even a matter of like playing it on something like that. It's just like I don't want to give her ego any more possible like credit, you know? There's a reason why I fight this guy with the Hound here. Terrible diseases from this gross hospital. Oh yeah. Got him. There we go. Kaboom. New record. Okay. There. Now we have on record that I'm able to beat this guy solo, okay? I'm not a big baby that needed saving. I think about that also, though, with Bloodborne. Whenever your character is just covered in blood in Bloodborne, especially those weird, like, giant tick suckers in front of Canehurst, and they just explode with blood. If it weren't for the fact that everything is, you know, connected to a curse and eldritch monstrosities, you would have super turbo, like, zombie AIDS or something like that. Alright. Anyway. Back to our main mission. Actually, before we go any further, though, I have laundry I gotta take care of, so I'll be right back real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, now into the mines.
You could say we found a silver lining. Because it's, you know what? Never mind. That's fine. Nice to know the tram's not the only way out, huh?
Then I remembered I hate... You have to much care for the dogs here. Okay. managed to jump around that. That's fun. This part sucks because of the one, like, chokehold that these robots have. I do love how the mining robots look, though. Kaboom.
I'm here! Over here! No one? Really? No one's there? Hello? Yes, you, my handsome friend. Surprised? Don't be. This puppet isn't really me. I'm... well, puppeting this one, you might say. Sadly, it appears to be malfunctioning. You found me in quite a bind. Though again, not really me. But I suppose it's fate. You and I, meeting in a place like this. So, might I ask a favor, friend? That is, the real me, I'm, well, trapped. Though I don't know where. It's terribly aggravating is what it is. And embarrassing. Why did my colleagues abandon me like this? Anyway, can you come find me, friend? Just venture a bit deeper into the ruins. But be careful. We don't want you to get stuck somewhere as well. It's terribly aggravating is what it is. And embarrassing.
Why did my colleagues leave me like this? It is an interesting question. Whoa. Lost a frame there for a second. Alright, here's the worst part here. Just go ahead and level up. I just want to do this so we didn't have to worry about our heaviness here, so we can now go right into endurance, or vigor in this case. Okay, that's fine. Dude. These here are the worst. Oh my god. If you see the new second trailer for the Smurfs, it might be worse than the first one. I mean, I was talking about it earlier, the compilation of like character introductions and the one kid biting on his knuckle with the caption, "He's so cringe." Like, that's great. I love when movies try to be hip and with it. No idea why they added those tribal looking guys when they already have a cute army of creatures in the Smurfs. Why make more? That's a good question. I'm sure we asked this question, and I'm sure it's probably them going deep into the original like comic source material, but I don't know. Again, the Smurfs aren't exactly the most interesting franchises ever. It would be like if the Minions had their own Minions. I mean, they kind of almost did that with the second one when they had, like, the purple hulking out potion. I almost said shimmer, but that's an arcade reference. Anyway. Hymn of the Zealots. In death, there is birth. In change, there is evolution. We have faced the storm, survived calamity. On this path of ascension, we found our destiny. The two-faced overseer, forged from the flesh of ancients, was but a trial to prove the truth of our impending ascent. The two-face gives way to a masterpiece, a warrior monstrous and strong, a great champion to fight for the order, to save the right from the wrong. We brought that force of nature to heal, subdued and chained it with iron and steel. Refusing to be the elixir's vessel, it broke itself, but it could not break free from its chains. And so we sculpted it to our will. Now it is forever bound to witness this song of zealotry, and fated to be chained below for all eternity. For herein lies the providence of sacred evolution, and may none break the order's volation, and nothing can stop the fate of ascension, for God has granted this mission. Reasonably sure the triple thing are an original creation. So lame, annoying in every generic kids film. So some big save the world story. Why would the Smurfs have to save the world? Good question. Ask any producer. Oh god. Ancient disc. If they made a Calvin Hobbes movie, somehow it would be about trying to save the world. I mean,
I need your help. Follow my voice.
See, here's the thing about Calvin Hobbes.
Don't pretend you can't hear me. I saw you flinch.
Hey, let me talk
There
to
you are, friend.
happened. I was readying this new puppet to be your guide, but it broke. Sorry, so very sorry. But perhaps if you go further inside, I can somehow meet you halfway.
Okay. The thing about the Calvin and Hobbes movie, what they would do, they would have that set up to be saving the world. This is if they were smart. They would have it set up to be him saving the world, but then it ends with him just like throwing balloons at Susie or whatever the neighbor girl's name is, and then he would like get in trouble. He was like in a box the whole time or whatever. Something like that would be a really great way how to end it, because Calvin has an immaculate imagination from what I remember reading. You know, he knows how to make a detective noir, a superhero comic, a sci-fi opera, space opera, and all that. So I think they could do something like that, but because we live in the present and no one wants to actually try anything like that, they would just do the generic save the world angle. Probably even make Hobbes be, quote-unquote, a real tiger to everybody else. But, you know. Thankfully, Mr. Calvin and Hobbes artist never sold the rights to that, so we'll never see something like that. Ever.
Sorry, so very sorry. But perhaps if you go further inside, I can somehow meet you.
I mean, the Calvin Hobbes is freaking epic. Okay. They're freaking epic bacon awesome sauce. This is where they should have put like a ladder or something. Some form of a shortcut. Just look around and see. Archguardian's blade handle. Okay, thank God. I was gonna be increasingly
Don't pretend you
pissed.
can't hear me. I saw you. Don't any of these puppets work properly? Wait! I can tell from your expression this is wearing thin. I agree. But please, just listen to my tale. I beg of you. Your objections will fall by the wayside. Please. I am Alexander. I'm an alchemist. A loaded word, I know, but I'm friendly, I promise. I'm rather well known in their ranks. Before all this happened, I was in charge of a crucial experiment. Yes, brains and charm. It's a truly incredible experiment. Its importance is incontrovertible. I just wish I could show you. Well, as I said, these puppets aren't really me. I'm controlling them remotely since, well, you think I want to look like this puppet? I'll have you know that I'm known for brains and beauty. It's true. Perhaps then it was vanity. Perhaps I let my effortless good looks go to my head. Whatever the reason, there was an incident. All right, a date. I was on a date with the daughter of one of the most important alchemists. Apparently, he didn't approve. So, there was a huge ruckus. Someone put a bag over my head, and when I came I was locked in this ridiculously dark place. I would like to get out of here. I'm trapped somewhere so dark, I can't even see my hands in front of my face. And it's so quiet. I think they locked me in a box or a coffin. But I can still think, and that means I'm not dead. Ha! Anyhow, come and get me out, please. This whole guide my savior using a series of available puppets plan isn't working out, is it?
Excuse me.
But I know you'll still come and save me, because I know what you are, and that's a hero.
Sorry. So that was
This whole guide my savior. But I know you'll still.
that was my main focus, because I was like, oh, he's gonna blow me up and instantly kill me, just because of the luck I have in this game. Strange noises emanating from beyond the wall. I wonder what that's about. I was having flashbacks to the Ring City DLC with the one like omen knight while you're trying to talk to what's her face, just slowly walking up behind you. It's like, could you have put this like 5 feet deeper in so they couldn't see me in their aggro range? Anyway, Crap Mysteries, the Spider Cave Puppet. The Spider Cave Puppet is an urban legend from the time when humans and puppets worked side by side in the Ergo mines. It tells of a misfit miner who harassed puppets by labeling them with truly horrible names. He had a particular fondness for the puppet he called Rockhead. It is said the man treated Rockhead so poorly that if it were humans, the puppet would have harbored great resentment toward him. One day, Rockhead rushed into the tunnel where the misfit miner had been working alone. It all happened so quickly that no one had time to intervene. Soon after, nearby miners heard a terrible scream as the tunnel collapsed. After several days of failed rescue attempts, mining authorities ordered the spider cave closed and sealed in the aftermath. Puppets replaced all human miners, and everyone believed that ended the ordeal. From that day on, however, a strange noise could be heard echoing inside the spider cave. It was the sound of a pickaxe. Even today, humans who work the tunnels at the time believe the ghost of the mining puppet lurks behind the wall. They say that killing its tormentor did not sate the puppet's resentment towards humans, and that it continues to seek more victims. Their fear that ever-present ringing of the pickaxe entombed behind that wall is a sign that Rockhead, thirsty for more blood, is digging its way out of the hole to enact revenge on yet. I'm also reasonably sure that the last 2 SpongeBob films were about saving the world, or at least Bikini Bottom. I mean, the first SpongeBob movie was saving the world / Bikini Bottom. There's that also. Sometimes cartoons just gotta lead to saving the world. The only plays movie right now will be about Chris, Corey, and Adam trying to save the world. The sequel will be about Chris, Zach, and Miles saving the world instead. And then it'll end with like a cliffhanger for the sequel movie, where it gives us a silhouette of Ding Dong and Julian. But then the movie bombed in the office, and they never pick it up. Also, hang on. So there's actual boss. There's another boss we missed in our first playthrough of Overture. Allow me to explain. So, recall this noise.
What the blazes was that?
So, I was under the impression that was the sound of the roar coming from deeper when we face off against the Guardian. Turns out, actually,
What the blazes was that?
it was over here. And guess who it is?
Carcass that devours puppets.
Green,
Looks familiar.
metamorphic green hunter. It's our favorite.
Hey, get back here! I hate to say it, but we gotta let this one go, buddy. We have more urgent goals.
Yeah, so there was just a little itty bitty baby green monster of the swamp. Last of the place where we will be a best of compilation of scenes from previous films, assuming they could only get one comp out of it. Can you imagine? Okay, so now we're gonna go back. And continue as we were. Just the core getting back to the audience. Sorry, meant to go here. Just the audience hitting on people in the theater. There would be like at least one cut of like Adam trying to give a monologue, but then he just kind of slowly peters off. Now there shouldn't be a scream anymore. loaded cipher machine. I can beat this game with all these screams. Fuck you.
Rizora needs Ergo. Oh, friend. So happy to see you again. I tried to go to the Rose Estate. The white butterfly was helping. But maybe it was too far. Heart slowing. Stopping. Can you give Ergo? Rizora needs Ergo.
Here you go.
Thanks. With this, I can move. I can dance. Here. Rizora has a gift for you. It's another treasure I found on my trip.
You feel warm. Rosario's treasure. Ruined secret gathering invitation. To the privileged few, a secret hidden deep within Krot will be revealed. The invitation is only for those at the pinnacle of Krot society. You are the chosen few, those blessed by money, power, and knowledge. And yet, there is a secret hidden in Krot to which even the likes of you have not been privy. All will be revealed to you, select few, at the Devil's Pit. The alchemists of the Isle have spent the past decades trying to uncover the secrets hidden within the ruins. At last, we have discovered the great truth and wish to share our success with you. We invite you all to the excavation of a historical altar hidden within the Ergo Vines. The contents of this invitation and meeting are highly confidential and intended for the invitee only. Invitee, Carlo Geppetto. Rosario's treasure, second piece of a drawing. A child's drawing that looks very old.
Rizora will follow the white butterfly. It will take me to the Rose Estate. I don't know what is waiting for me there, but I do know what I want. I want you there with me, my forever friend. Rizora, I don't know, I want you there.
Also, I kind of wanted to see if Rosaro reacts if I were to... Well, first of all, do this emote to her. See if there's anything different.
You're sweet. I heart you too.
I'm very glad. At least I was right on one point. Here, she likes to dance, so let's see if anything.
You like to dance too. Dance with Rizora. Rizora will follow. I don't know what. I want you there.
All right, I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to do that. Write it down. You can dance with Rosaro. Alright, before we go any further, let's go do the cipher code.
Any enemy of the alchemist. Let's check what's inside. I know this place. It's called the Spider Cave. I heard that something strange happened here. Have you heard the tale? A minor puppet was so mistreated that it learned resentment. The puppet murdered a human miner and fled. But some say you can still hear the sound of it, digging for more victims. But from the look of this, it appears the alchemists may have been involved. If you discover the truth, please let me know.
Decoded, corroded cipher machine text. Target neutralized. No sign of life observed. Intermediate pickaxes pings can be heard. Repeating pattern suggests a broken minor puppet. Members of the Order will carry out remaining excavation tasks. The great discovery is near. Awaken, evolve, ascend. Let me now just give myself a boost because we got some quartz. We got 2 even. That's actually going to be really useful. Moving along. Ah, I went the wrong way. No one saw that. Strange noises emanate from the wall. Looks breakable.
At last. Time to leave, my friend.
The Misfit's diary. Tiny words are written on dirt-smudged scraps of paper. I'm trapped. My legs are unresponsive. I have water and biscuits. Luckily, only a puppet fell with me. That extends my food supply. Those damned alchemists, they tricked me into falling down here. If I escape, I'll report them all. What was the deal with that strange door in the ruins? And why did that stupid puppet fall behind me? I ordered Rockhead to dig our way out. The constant pounding of the pickaxe is driving me insane. Why did this have to happen the very day I bought my wife a gift? What awful luck. The dress got a bit torn, but still looks good. I refuse to die after spending so much money. Somebody save me. I don't want to die. Why is no one? Don't let me die down here. Rockhead brought water. I feel better. I've accepted this hole will be my grave. I'm going to die here. To be honest, I was dead as soon as we fell. Without Rockhead, I'd be dead already. I've lived a rotten life, but I'm glad for this chance to reflect in my final hours. And yet, I truly wanted to see you again, my love. If we manage to escape, I'll give my loyal companion a name other than Rockhead. Rockbuster, Steel Pickaxe, and Super Miner all sound good. We'll get out of here, and the three of us will live as a family. He's been down here for years. Look at them. Well, you tried your best, Rockhead. Report this to the Hound.
Any enemy of the alchemists? I can't say I'm surprised the alchemists caused the Spider Cave incident. I'd wager even they didn't expect the truth to be revealed by a puppet. Just how many years did that poor puppet stand alone, swinging its pickaxe in the dark? The thought of it truly makes my heart ache. I dare say that minor puppet showed more humanity than the alchemists. I pray the two friends found peace at last.
Okay. I think we need one more cipher, but that will be till later. Anyway.
Well met, Master. Well met.
Okay, let's see. What can we get with this? Oh, we already have one of those in my bag, so... Now down to Pistrus Harbor.
Brazora will follow. I don't know what is waiting. I want you there.
Let's keep moving. Patience amulet, this one. Give me an air chunk. Before we go down there, we have to go through here, where things get extremely dark very fast.
Oh, delightful. My charming, handsome, generous friend, you found me! Ignore the puppet over there. It's my last one, so I'm keeping it handy in case I need it. Now, I don't know how long I've been in this stuffy old box. But I can tell you, it's too long. I can't even feel my arms or legs. Surely you see it in front of you? The box? Don't tell me it's a coffin. Please, get me out!
There's the box. Only a brain in a vat.
A what? A brain? In a vat? That can't be me. I'm stuck in a small dark box. Ask anyone. My arms and legs have just gone numb, along with my ears. And it's pitch black in here, of course. But... wait. That certainly would explain a few... No. That would explain everything. My arms and legs. They're not asleep. They're gone, aren't they? Brain in a jar. Look, enough with the jokes. Now, what does the box look like? Strong, black, made of steel? No, I don't believe me either. A brain is all that's left of me. Okay, time to face facts. Is my brain floating in a huge glass tank? And is this tank inside a cylindrical case of some kind? This machine? Are you joking? Of course I know this machine. I invented it. Here I am, the subject of my own experiment. It's all over. I'm doomed. Doomed, I say. And to think, every previous experiment was a failure, and I'm the first success. You have got to be kidding me.
They brass bowled this poor bastard.
Give it to me straight. How bad is it? Really bad? Oh boy, yes, that's it for me. That's the life support equipment. It's full of ergo gas, and if that's just leaching away, when all the gas is gone, I'll have maybe a minute left. I invented this machine, so I know how it works. My days were already numbered. The machine can't sustain life forever, even when it's in perfect condition. But now, I'm far too smart to kid myself. It's hopeless for me. I'm a brain. A brain in a vat. Does that even count as being alive? I don't know anymore. I've reached a conclusion. I have a favor to ask. I want you to turn off the machine. My future is mine to decide.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. And remember me. My name is Alexander. Alexander Goodman. The inventor and, I suppose, first successful test subject of the Mind Keeper machine. And you know, I wasn't lying. I
really was handsome. This nightmare is finally coming to an end. Thank you, my generous friend. Thank you.
You feel warmth. Nightmare. Even if I lose myself in the nightmares or discover my love was only a dream, I won't regret my choice to be human. What is a human and what is love? Nightmare. Singing the sad love of those who have escaped humanity. We already read that earlier, but might as well read it a second time. Storyteller's Amulet. We somehow managed to loop around back into the upper part of the asylum. That's impressive, actually. Dropping the pistress. Yep, Black Rabbit Brotherhood key. Yeah. Stab. Works up Union Composite Armor Liner +1 now. Perfect.
Amazing. No, cool. Sure makes you wonder, though. Who created this? And when? There's no doubt about it. Someone wanted this thing destroyed. And it happened quite recently from the look of things.
Routine tram operations report. Total tram uses last month, 32. Total tram freight transport last month, 4,550 kilograms. Since its discovery raised the alert level, tram usage has been steadily declining. It can be deemed practically unused. Only the technician responsible for maintaining the minor puppets and a small number of fixed securities personnel continue to use it. Regarding the case of some alchemists using the tram for private rendezvous, regulation is necessary. There it goes. Gotta read that little tidbit before it fell. Rulebook for the Ruins' Deepest Site, 8th edition. This rulebook was written to allow seamless research and to ensure the safety of the Order members. All members of the Order are strongly recommended to abide by the rules stated herein. Any violations of these rules may result in disciplinary actions as deemed necessary by the Council. 1. Only those granted authority may access the ruins' deepest site. 2. Leaking information regarding the excavation gathering is strictly prohibited. Those who violate this rule will be punished severely. 3. Entering the altar with 3 or fewer Baptists is prohibited. Experiments on the subject must be undertaken under multiple supervisors. 4. Entering the altar while in possession of high quantities of ergo is prohibited. Doing so may agitate the subject and lead to unstable events. 5. Those who attempt to unseal the altar without authorization will be punished severely. Awaken, evolve, ascend. The door shall open to those who seek the truth. Would you ever want to stream a Sonic game? I do have Sonic Frontiers purchased. I do want to play that sometime. Probably gonna play it. I have like an idea for a quote-unquote Sonic animation I want to do. So it might be a minute before we do that though. So it's on the back burner. That much I'll say. Anyway, time for the boss. The hand of God. Totally didn't make that joke when I played this part. Also, recall the one trident weapon we collected in the base game. Don't that look familiar? Also, I never realized he pops out with his own trident. He's looking around. He has 2 tridents here. Anguish Guardian of the Ruins. as much as I thought it would. Well, I guess we have to keep going forward. Eliminated. Tortured Guardians Ergo. Forbidden Book, The Wish Granter. A damaged book with a handwritten warning label. Be warned, this heretical text is designated false scripture. Unauthorized possession will be punished. And so, number appeared in a vision the saint described as follows. The being's alluring eyes alternated in color between gold and rust, depending on the light, but they paled next to its magnificent smile. A most amicable expression. Number had a smile that offered wisdom and benevolence. It could make wishes come true. At the moment I knew for certain this seemingly benevolent being was very dangerous indeed. For number did not know of good and evil. Number appears to bear humanity only goodwill. Number also reflects the desires of those around it, striving to make them happy. But this being is only a mirror. It cannot comprehend the moral compass of good and evil. And those who ask for their wishes to be granted will, in the end, see the results there wrought. A hell built from brick after brick of good intentions. As my last wish, I ask number to return underground. In this way, the world will remember only its supreme benevolence. Boy, that's crazy. Anyway. Down we go. Excuse me. abandoned excavation camp. Leah's note: to whomever finds this place in the future, feel free to use anything you find here as you see fit. I don't need them, but perhaps these items will prove useful to you. The world grows more dangerous every day. Whoever you are, I pray for your survival. Leah FM Radio. Ooh, a whole bunch of good stuff here. A request to a friend.
If you've received this message, then I'm likely dead. Either I have been cut down by a blade, or I have succumbed to the disease consuming my body. I don't know which will find me first. But before the end, I will save Romeo. And I have a request. Take care of him. Please, do this for me. If he gets any foolish ideas about exacting revenge or completing my mission, stop him. You have my permission to slap him if that's what it takes. And tell Romeo. Tell him to be happy.
Arlecchino's invitation.
To my dearest and most esteemed stalker, I wish I could personally see your face this very moment. How do you like my masterpiece? I poured my very soul into it with all my heart. I trust there is no need for formal introductions, of course not, for it is I, your dear Arlecchino.
The King of Riddles? What?
You took many things from me. Arms, legs, a sunny outlook on life. And then you drove nine blades through me. All on your own. So, I have only you to thank, yes? I am grateful. Never in my life have I ever known such shameful disgrace. And such overwhelming joy. You heard it correctly. Joy. For in that moment, my dear, you became interesting, worthy of my attention and study. All humans are intriguing to me, but you shall help me shape my study of humanity, my magnum opus. Yet, one can never be too careful. So, you must be assessed. Starting now. My dear stalker, I have crafted a test that will reveal your heart, your soul, your true self. It's a simple choice. Life is precious, so I wonder, which life do you value more? Yours or your apprentice's? When you have listened to this message, do pay a visit to the Rose Estate. I have something you want back, don't I? And you owe me, star, one way or another. I intend to collect that debt.
God, it's so haunting. Arlecchino is definitely the best part of this DLC. Holy shit, man. Also, shoutouts to whoever sound designed that. Understood the assignment to really hone in the fact that this is a serial killer talking.
We still have time. Leia must be headed to the Rose estate. If we can save Leia and Romeo, I think this is our shot at changing things.
Also, fun fact, if you're familiar with the game It Takes Two by the same studio who does the, what's it called, Story of Two Brothers and, what's the one jailbreak game? Anyway, the dev team that does a lot of fun, like, cooperative, interactive games. The voice of the dad, Cody, from It Takes Two, does the voice of Arlecchino. Just thought I'd throw that thought out there. Okay. Let's keep. Oh no, I didn't make it. I don't know why, it almost looked like the guy was going to shoot himself there. One second. One Way Out, I think is what that game's called. The jailbreak game, not It Takes Two. My death, thank God. And we gotta go all the way back up there. Also, Aurora Borealis. Disc. Excuse me. surprised I was able to get that. Slice them in two. Empty painkiller bottle. A bottle of the painkillers used by Leia. It is completely empty. An overdose can be fatal for the average person. Painkillers cannot cure the petrification disease, nor can they effectively elevate the suffering. Yet there are some who struggle to even live without becoming dependent on painkillers.
This wretched cold. What I wouldn't give for a strong drink. Indeed, it feels as if we're at the end of the world here. Something scarred this place. The alchemists and their deadly infighting. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a living, breathing merchant who wants to stay that way. Let's stick to business.
Okay. So first of all, the last record. I think I have to listen to it. It's just Listerin again. So we'll just buy these just to have. Listrium. Since you took my hand and my time began, I'll fly high and free in the world you gave me. The joy of yearning for someone and embarking upon a journey after escaping the birdcage. Listrium, the song to sing when dancing at the world's end.
Hey, about what I said before. Just think, if we can save them here, we could alter Krot's future. For the better, I hope. But put that aside. Leia's fighting alone. How could we not help? So, what do you say, pal?
Letter to family. An unsent letter. The handwriting is messy, as if written in a hurry. Marion, you must take the children. Leave everything and flee the moment you read this letter. Do not seek our relatives for safety. Just go and find a place unknown to anyone else. Simon, that devil won't be satisfied until all who opposed him are dead. I think he's dead. fish. Scary dangling eyeball. Correspondence from beyond the sea. A scroll carrying the soft scent of fine ink. To my respected brothers and sisters of the truth, your correspondence was well received. I cannot hide my awe regarding the events occurring there beyond the sea. Time and again, I am enlightened by your profound learnings. I can only respond with my thanks. The golden medicine enclosed in your recent communique was most welcome. I have confirmed its efficiency on patients suffering mild symptoms of the stone disease, those whose lungs were not yet affected. Fortunately, it seems eradication of the disease on our shores is possible, as only some coastal residents show symptoms. Many lives are being saved thanks to the teachings of the Brotherhood. I shall post additional updates from across the sea soon. My wish is that you remain safe and well until then. May we someday meet, my brothers and sisters, here in the land of the Radiant Dawn. Deep bow. Okay. So then put focus back into motivity. How do you like getting shot at, eh? Nothing noises. Evil bear. Why do you twirl around like that?
The punishment dons the brilliant crown of the Imperium. You remember that brief moment?
Hey, bud. Can I have that crown?
My partners, their story ended. They became part of my incredible tale. This lonely performance, dreaming of Adelina on this couch. Please enjoy it.
That's great. Puppet Prince's Imperial Crown. So now we got the Puppet Prince outfit and a crown to go with it. Ain't that nice? Okay, so now we just gotta go down. Deeper into... What is the ship? Ah, damn it. I missed something there. The Archon. Okay, well, let me go back to our most recent Stargazer. And I'm just gonna go through this whole area again. Unless we don't gotta fight the bear a second time. Hang on, just making sure. Yes, okay. Now we go down, down, da, 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 da. Ah. Kick me in the water. there? No? Frosted cipher machine. This gives me an excuse to go back to the hotel so we can then play the last record, and then we will get the Platinum Trophy.
Any enemy of the Al. This is a surprise. None of the keys I have fit this cipher machine. I thought I'd gathered nearly all of them. Perhaps one of the alchemists or one of their associates possesses the key.
Oh, you know what? I gotta go further. But
Well met.
oh yeah, because I have the Ergo to trade. Tortured Guardian's Ergo. There was once a warrior who swore an oath to perpetually slumber, so long as his people were protected from immortality. But the vilest of secrets awakened him and transformed him into a living nightmare.
Well met.
And then the Pale Knight that we're using. The weapon of the Stalker Falcon, also known as the Noble Knight. The barrel forged along the great sword blade can channel Ergo bullets. May I stand at the front lines, protecting all from near and afar. Even when facing the great nightmare of the ruins, the knight's oath did not change. So we already have that, so we're going to get this instead. Nightmare's Amulet. Increases attribute damage inflicted on enemies affected by the same attribute status ailment. Being twisted by torture can see through the pain of others. The nightmare, having lost its ancient oath, despises the living and waits for the moment they suffer. Alright. So we're all set on required items. And again, a reminder that this trident here, this is the trident that the monster was using. As you can see, looks very, very similar to what he was using. must not have listened to all of them yet. Maybe just playing Nightmare will do. Whatever. We can do that later. Anyway. Back to finding the ships. Might wrap up soon.
I caught you! Fish, you and I. For 3 days and 3 nights we battled. I never slept nor ate. I fought and fought until I triumphed. They all said I would never catch any fish. But I am a fisherman. The last fisherman of Krat. If not I, then who? I rowed out to prove that even the greatest fish of the sea could not defeat me. Indeed, I did. I caught it. I fought the beast for 3 days and 3 nights. No food, no sleep. In the end, I caught it with my bare hands. A great toll is taken on my body. Why? Because I am a fisherman, of course. The petrification disease, carcass monsters, none of that matters. Any day the sun also rises, so does the tide. And a fisherman must head to sea to bring in the catch. That's what I wanted to teach the fools in the village. You would help an old man? Refreshing in one so young. All right, go to the village and find that foolish brat, Manolin. Find him and tell him I caught the fish. And get the beer he holds for me. After battling this fish for 3 days, I am exhausted. It's time to celebrate my triumph. And a beer is just what I need.
Alright. Gotta go get that guy's beer. go through this here boat real quick. Got yourself in this door. A little odd that's upside down. It's fine. Oh god! What the? What? Lamakio? What are you doing here?
How in the world are you still alive? You really are one of the luckiest fellows I've ever met. All that effort to stop you down the drain. Proud of yourself? It's no great mystery, lad. For myself, obviously. Wait, you expected some grand speech on justice, honor, and duty? Meaningless concepts in this world. No speeches, just action. I just need to carry out my part in Sir Simon's grand plan. And then, I'll reap all the rewards I have sown. Whoever lives, dies, or fights means nothing to me. Let us take you, for example. You think your story means anything? You are a nuisance, to be disposed of. A nobody.
Man, he really is a bastard. About if he did the same thing to Veronique.
Veronique was a nuisance too. One who dug too deep. The legendary stalker and the leader of the sweepers. Two troublesome sides of the same coin. It is indeed unfortunate that my trap built for two snared only one. That so-called legend, Leia Florence, evaded my scheme. But you know where she is. Don't you?
Got a peaceful solution.
I'm so glad you mentioned this. Of course, I too want only peace. You see, I abhor violence. We are not savages, my good fellow. I am grateful the alchemist dealt with Veronique. I find such things distasteful. Now, it's your turn. And what could be a more peaceful solution than you simply not resisting and allowing me to do what I must?
By the way, he's using the
You
etiquette.
truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the game ends here. An elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemists as reward for my contributions. Legendary challenges, for she too will die.
I lost. Oh, fudge. Let's try that again. Thank you, game.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here. Behold, an elixir of power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contribution. What is happening? No, dear, good, kind fellow, hear me out, please. I can explain everything. All of it. Please, just... don't kill me.
About what he wants to say.
All this happened. All of it. Because of the alchemist. And then damned infighting. I had to pick a side. Don't you see? I'd have ended up like Veronique. Or your precious legend. I had to choose. I chose Simon's side. I only did what he commanded. Please, I beg for mercy. If I did evil, it was not of my design, it was them. This isn't common knowledge. But when Valentinus ran things, she was... what was it? Off limits. Whatever she got up to, we were told to ignore it. To pretend it wasn't happening. But even as Simon gathered more power and influence, she remained loyal to Valentinus, and when she and Simon came into direct conflict, a bounty was quietly and unofficially placed on her head. Competition was fierce. Veronique's faction targeted her repeatedly, and our side couldn't disobey orders. This is a mistake. But how? The alchemist gave me this elixir, no middleman. For the cure, it was complete. Worked on carcasses, they said. I was to have a stronger body, one immune to disease and infection. I was to become power. But no. It must have been a mistake. They gave me the wrong one. The wrong elixir. I must have treatment. I must, my good, kind fellow. Please, sir. What? No. How could you? You promised. You promised you would let me live. Please. Please. They promised. The alchemist. I must go to them. I must go to them and get my cure. No. I was chosen!
You feel warmth. Alright, well, Nice one. Annoyance down.
I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had everything. Why throw it all away like this?
Okay, now we go back to figure out this cipher code. But also we gotta go get this done with. Excuse me. Painter. Painter Sky. A painting created by Goddard, the blind painter. It has been painted roughly with oil paints. The painter, trapped in darkness, yearned for a ray of light to illuminate her from within. That light was connected to a profoundly blue and strange sky. To the one within the darkness, to the one who showed such kindness to this blind painter, who had lost her light, after you returned my lost art supplies, I became inspired and finished my painting. This painting. As time passes, I am certain the world will acknowledge its true worth. To that end, please show this painting to as many people as possible. The clear blue sky. Open your eyes and look at the clear blue sky. Feel the night, which will end someday. Only time will tell. The clear blue sky. A song of how the landscape, seen when the veil of time is lifted, may sometimes be the most beautiful sight. Alright, back to the hotel. Okay, so I have to also go to the bathroom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it play some music for a quick minute. I doubt I'll get through anything that we don't have, but I'm gonna let that play and then deal with the cipher and maybe see if we can unlock it. If it does unlock the trophy, please be sure to let me know, alright? And then I just realized you can't see the trophy because PlayStation blurs out notifications like that. Let me know if you hear a blurred notification or see a big black black rectangle on the screen in the event that I somehow take 4 to 3 minutes to piss. Okay, so alright, let's go let that play. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Start with that. Excuse me. I'm just killing time because I don't know which record needs to be replayed all the way.
I can't believe the leader of the bastards was conspiring with the alchemists. I never realized their interests had become so entwined. Well, let me take a look at those clothes for a moment. You see this double lining? It contains a hidden pocket for hiding valuables. I'd hoped I wouldn't locate the key to this cipher machine inside. It would appear the noble reputation of the leader of the bastards was a facade. I'll decrypt it right away, so we can see what heinous deeds he was hiding. Lumacchio didn't simply cooperate with the alchemists. It appears he was Simon's hunting dog, stalking and killing those opposed to the alchemists. I am truly disappointed in Lumacchio. I thought him destined to become a shining pillar of light atop Krat. Considering who the lighthouse keeper betrayed, I doubt he escaped unscathed. Unless, of course, he'd prepared a hideout. If so, the only piece of advice I can give for finding its whereabouts is to put yourself in the shoes of the lighthouse keeper.
Decoded. Frosted cipher machine text. Target not found. Reconnaissance of hideout unsuccessful. Maintaining blockade as a standing warning to the target and all traders. My apologies, Sir Madness. Your disappointment is warranted, for I have failed you. In my defense, the traitorous fat swine has been hoarding and stealing from us since the very beginning, and not one of us saw it. I knew the lighthouse keeper was both insidious and audacious, but I never thought he would go for the elixir. I had no excuse. That said, I believe there is no longer need for concern. The target could not possibly have escaped the lighthouse. In the meantime, I shall blockade the seas themselves to make an example of the traitor. The gluttonous grifter will have nothing to eat but his own flesh. Alright. I'm just gonna let this play all the way before we
well met.
keep going. Spinning for a while. Okay. Alright, mental note, gotta start with Nightmare. Next. Okay. Oh, yeah, forgot to put this on. wall with the painting. Okay. We're probably going to wrap up in a little bit. I just want to get through this part tonight, and then we'll have the rest of the DLC set up for tomorrow. Oh, also, it's July. So this month is Art Fight, so chances might be a little slim for any animations. Art Fight, for those who don't know, is a monthly, not a monthly event, a year event in the middle of July where artists of all come together, post their characters up on the site Art Fight, where they will then draw other people's characters in a little friendly competition to see who can draw who the most. Divided into two teams. This year's theme is Team Fossils versus Team Crystals. I am on Team Crystals, of course. Oh, crash. Anyway, so the whole idea is you draw a character as an attack, and then whoever person's character you drew has a chance to draw your character back as the defense. It's sort of like on again, off again art trade kind of thing. It's a fun little thing. It gives me an excuse to draw other people's characters and such. Anyway, yeah, let me just get through the boat portion of this. Probably get through the lighthouse as well, and then afterwards we'll call it a stream. Madman's Journal. I have learned the devil's method. The subject's body must be fresh. Minimal post-mortem time. The container must have a close resemblance to the subject. Appearance is key. The essence acquired from the subject must have been produced before death. If this is true, only one element is missing, and it requires a desecration I can't begin to imagine, but must. Am I cursed? Is this retribution for letting myself be blinded by grief and working with these alchemist devils? But without her pain, I'd have had no reason to go on. Send me back to my child. Alas, I cannot, but I can still get the child back myself. If so, that is the only course I can take. I will have no choice but to make this my singular purpose. Fire torpedoes. Oh, I almost fell right off. All that for a half a second. I mean, that was easy. Down you go. Stab. Oh. And now I get that. Oh, hello. Wanted by the order, Aladoro. Wanted, Aladoro. Apprehend immediately upon discovery. Fugitive fled after inflicting serious damage upon the order. Multiple charges have been filed, including theft of confidential information, destruction of property, abduction of luring of order members, defamation against the order. Wanted dead or alive. No liability shall be assigned regarding his condition. Kloss's premium luxury bag. Mad Puppet's message. Alchemist orders. Alchemist orders. The puppet locked in the brig is dangerous. To even think of releasing something as mad as that into the city, it cannot be allowed. When we have traveled sufficient distance from the city of Krat, retrieve what ergo is left inside that puppet and permanently dispose of whatever remains. Mad Puppet's message.
Just look at you all, scrambling blindly like headless chickens. Pathetic. You thought to sink me, but your ships run aground. Arlecchino was lost, but my freedom I have found. And in such a state, I find myself. What magnificent gifts you've given me. Fear not. I shall put these tools to good use. I truly thought it was the end. My body shattered and destroyed. It's not hyperbole to say, well, I was a wreck. Then along came you, brilliant, misguided maniacs, to give me another chance at life. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my, let's call it, heart. But time flies, and there's much to do. I must now bid you all adieu. I have more debts to collect. The one who left me in such a wretched state. Oh, they call her the Legend Stalker now. Such a splendid little title. And she owes it all to me. It's only fitting to congratulate her in person. See the truth behind the legend. But I sure won't be doing that here with you idiots. It's time I paid a visit to the zoo and remind her of her debt. Oh, Arlecchino, you are a clever one.
Nightmares.
Do I even want to know what was in that cell? Or what kind of monster it was? Probably not. But here's hoping a deranged beast hasn't been set loose upon the world.
About that. Hello. How do you like cannon fire? Angelicus base. This went way too high up there. List of sent items. The writing looks hurriedly scrawled. The document holder is empty. The documents contained herein must be sent with a high priority. This folio must be transported aboard the Archon fleet. Assessment of Simon by the Order. The Path to God. Research compendiums, books 1 through 3. Research paper, physical alterations arising from Ergo. Comparative experiment, awakened puppets and the ego of Ergo. Report on experiment number 7 regarding the cause of carcass mutations. Case collections, carcass mutations resulting from side effects of the cure. Financial report of the order. Ergo transaction statements, copies of letters and notes concerning Simon's close associates. Final list of Simon's followers. This fleet did a whole lot, it seems. Broad Bay 30 year. Can only be sold. A bottle from a procured cask of premium whiskey, aged for over 30 years. Someone who recognizes its value will want to buy it, regardless of how expensive it is. The Broad Bay 30 year is a historic masterpiece crafted on a remote island to the north. With its deep and rich flavor emerging from the coveted oak barrel, it is truly worthy of being called a legend among whiskeys. I thought there'd be a secret tunnel there. Okay. Let me just see. Anything on the other side of that boat. My fault. Should have just thrown something at him, but you know. Teehee. Well, now I have to actually go back for my Ergo. But everyone's alive again. Fuck. We're just gonna have to run the gauntlet. Let's see, they figured somebody might accidentally fall off. Alright, I think this will be where we end for tonight. Let's first go back to our salesman friend here. Give him this piece of wine, or actually it was whiskey. Go back, give Klaus his luxury bag. I think I might have missed something from him.
Is that? Yes, it is. A Broad Bay lore cask. Aged 30 years. You have exquisite taste for a... Well, word around town is that the legendary stalker prefers Lab Lewy wine. But when it comes to harder stuff, Nothing beats whiskey, eh? And since you know its value, don't even think about walking away without letting me make an offer.
You sold the Wandering Merchant's favorite item.
So, what is it you need?
Okay. Now we have for 2 level ups. Trophy earned. Memories Melody.
Can you say the snow melting down the sea below? Celebrate every new day to start again.
Is that should be platinum, right? Oh, I guess it doesn't. I thought it would give you like a little. I would have assumed it gives you like a little platinum trophy for that. Whatever. Yay, we did it. Okay. Anyway. Unofficial platinum. I'll listen to the soundtrack later. Okay. Let me see what Klaus says, because I don't remember if I actually had this on me. Klaus's premium luxury bag. Klaus's Stock's additional new product. A bag bearing Klaus's signature. Klaus will undoubtedly reward the kindness of the one who returned it to him. There's an old saying. Yeah, okay, so nothing new there.
Well met, Master. You found it! My treasured belongings. I thought I had lost this bag forever, and I was in quite a predicament without it. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, excellent! Everything is intact, not a single item missing. I'm astonished nothing was stolen. As a reward, I shall grant you a sneak peek at my exclusive wares. Every item is sure to satisfy. Well met, Master Stalker. Are you...
Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, you get a little funny mustache, eh? Okay, and then... yeah, so just more the same here. The mustache is funny, I will say, but... let's get some quartz for now. Okay. So, we've made it on the opposite side of the shipyard, and we're heading into the island. At this point, we're pretty much in the end game of the DLC, not so much the base game. We have maybe one or two more streams. One or two more streams of the main game, and then after that, we will move on to. I thought I wanted to do I wanted to try out what being in New Game Plus 5 maxed out, but I feel like we've seen enough Lies of P now at this point. Might as well just move on to a different game. So we're just gonna, once we're done with New Game Plus Lies of P, we'll move on to a different game. So yeah, tomorrow I think we'll be done with the DLC. Wednesday I'm gonna be swapping back to Night Rain because the weekly Everdark change happens. What I'll do is we'll take a break from Lies of P once we're done with the DLC for a day. We'll go in. I want to try out fighting whatever Everdark we've got this week, and then we'll continue Lies of P on Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know if we have D&D Friday. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway. So with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.